Welcome back to my channel, everybody. This has been a long time since I've made a video, like a long time. It's only been a month, okay? I did post like 2 videos, but it was just about Crimson Desert and like some funny meme type of video. But where have I been? What's been up with my game? I did release like a month ago. What happened? Like, why did I not make a post about it? Or what's going on? So the day of release was very interesting. I did release the night before my actual release date, which was March 10th. So it was kind of like like I don't know. Like, I thought if I released at 12 o'clock at night, like it's still gonna be considered released March 10th, but it didn't. So I kind of released earlier than I expected. So I don't know if my email of my game releasing like reached tons of people or not, to be honest, for the people that was wish list my game or whatever the case is. um so the day of release was like very special to me. It was like something, it was almost like kind of like when I graduated, got my associate's degree. It was kind of like that feeling, like damn, like what's next after this? I don't fucking know. But so the day of release, I released at 12 o'clock that night, which was technically the 10th of March for me. But I released, I woke up, and 7 people bought my game, and I was just like excited. I'm like, damn, 7 people took the time out of their day to actually buy my game. Okay. It was very exciting for me, and it was very like a moment of like, I'm finna be rich. Like, I'm not gonna lie, and I feel like a lot of people will sit here and say, "Oh, I don't expect my game to get any get richer. I don't expect this to be the way out of this 9 to 5 hellhole." But I honestly think in the back of everybody's head when they release their game, they like, damn, it's a possibility that this can just end all my suffering. And I'm not gonna lie, like a part of me felt like, damn, this is it. Like, if a streamer picked this game up, it's over. Like, I'm done. Like, I don't have to worry about a 9 to 5. I'm fine. Okay. And it's just stupid thinking, to be honest. But I feel like, whatever. We learned from that. When the 7 people bought my game, I was happy. And then it got very, very interesting that whole entire week, because the 7 people who bought my game refunded it. And I was like, what? Why are they refunding the game? So my refund rate was like 90%. And then I ended up getting like I think like that first 2 weeks I got like 20 people to buy my game. And out of the 20 people, I think the 50%, it was still like the refund rate was going up. And I was trying to prevent that. I'm like, damn, why are they refunding this game? And I just had to really take like the first 2 weeks was very like, it was hard on me, because I felt like, damn, I put my work and effort into this game, and people are just refunding it. And it's like, damn. So I ended up making like a post on Reddit, and I know a lot of people came from Reddit, where it really was just like a heartfelt post, because the situation I'm kind of in real life. I kind of, I got fired from my job on vacation. And when I went, I know y'all don't care about this, but when I went to file for unemployment, the job basically said, no, he quit on his own accord. So I literally had to fight that case, and I ended up winning. So I have to give me unemployment. And my girl has pretty much been working for me since, and like working a job. And I've been kind of at home taking care of our daughter. And to be honest, it's just been very difficult. It's been a difficult few months for me, honestly. So me finishing my game was like that hope, like, not even that, I'm going to get rich, or it was just that hope, like, I can really do this. You know what I'm saying? Game development is fucking hard, but it's possible and it's hard at the same time. So I really just, that first 2 weeks, I had some people that told me about myself. Some people was very inspiring. Most people was inspiring me, like, bro, you released a fucking game, be happy and proud of that. And then you had some people that was kind of like, trying to be inspiring, but also put me down in the process, like judging every little thing. And it was like, bro, to complete a game, to create sound, UI, story, animations. You know, I ain't creating these things personally, but most of the stuff was on my own, out my own mind. Like I didn't just grab a full player kit and just smack it on my game and boom, I'm done. Like it took me months and months of learning how to work blueprints, learning how to work Unreal Engine. It took me a long time. 7 months was my first game. And to be honest, looking back, I probably could have took an extra 4 or 5 months and made it longer. And this were the number one problem I had. People were playing my game after when I released. They were playing it, and then out of nowhere, they refunded. And then I got the gist of it. I'm like, okay, at release, it was $7. I felt like my time and energy was worth $7, but I didn't really take into account how long the game is matters to people. So if someone can naturally or just, beat your game in 15 minutes, I don't think that's worth $7. But my time and effort I put towards this, my first game, was like battling against that like a conflict. And really I just had to realize, like, bro, I made an okay game. It's not the best game. I rated my own game 5 out of 10. Okay. And thinking back, I'm like, bro, would I pay $7 for this game and beat it in 15 minutes and be happy and not refund it? And I really thought about it. Me personally, I probably would have refunded that game. 15 minutes. Yeah, this shit's not worth my time. Or unless I was a streamer or a YouTuber, then it wouldn't really matter. I got my content out of it. Oh well, whoop-de-doo, move on with my life. But I did feel like the $7 were too much, so I brought it down to $5. Now, that was like the third week maybe or so, or the second week, like kind of in the second week, I brought it down to $5. My refund rate was still going up, and I'm like, okay. So $7 isn't it. $7 is obviously too much money. It's $5 too much money as well. So I had to, study, do some soul searching, and then I seen other games that were $2, $3, $4, way bigger than my game, more playability. The gameplay loop was there, and I'm like, okay, I think I'm just gonna have to bring this game down to like $1 at this point. So I ended up talking to my wife, and she was like, the game is still a good game. I don't think you should bring it down from $5. I think you should keep it at $5. And I'm like, she isn't a game developer, or she don't even play games like that, at least. And I think just for my own sanity, she's trying to be nice about it, to be honest. I feel like the game wasn't worth $5. It wasn't worth $7. And originally it was going to be $10. And with the story and how quick you can beat the game, my last price change was $2.99. So technically $3. And I still felt like that was too much. But for my own sanity, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to make this game $3 for the people who want to just support. And I'm just going to throw a whole bunch of discounts out whenever the game is, whenever I can. And right now, like, the Asodium is discounted. It's like $1.47 or some shit like that. So people who want to buy it can buy it. The day of release, I know I've been ranting, y'all. Say, okay, so the day of release, after the release, the actual release, I end up going up like 140 or 130 some wish list or whatever the case was, which was like very like surprising to me, because it seemed like, people seen the game and was like, I'll probably pay for this. Maybe when they discounted or something, So I thought like, damn, okay, people actually interested. Right now, I know y'all probably want to know, okay, did I make any money from my game? Okay. And honestly, I'm just going to be very fucking simple. I grossed $110. Hopefully I have this up here, but I grossed $110, and my take home right now is at like $59. I think I have almost like 30 people who bought the game and 10 people who refunded it. And actually somebody just refunded it yesterday for their $3 back. And I was very surprised. I'm like, $3, bro, come on. But it's your money, and I understand, I get it. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Okay. So that's how much money I made off my game. I haven't even touched the money because I can't even get it unless it's 100. But whoop-de-doo, it doesn't matter. On to the next problems. Okay, so I do have like a few topics that I had on here. Feedback and criticism. I did get a ton of feedback. People kept saying the game was still too dark. Me personally, only thing I can really argue against that was the fact that, bro, when you're in the game, you can change the brightness. It's not like it's a set scale of brightness. So you can up the brightness inside the game in the sound or bring it down, whatever. But from the images, people kept saying it was too dark. And that was the main criticism I kept getting, was it was too dark. Okay. Now, I did have two people who played my game. One person was from Twitter, or X now, and they basically reached out and was like, hey, can I get a Steam key? And I said, sure, man, fuck it, here goes Steam key. So they did play my game. Hopefully I put it in the video. They did play my game. And then another guy played my game with no Steam key. He actually paid for the game and he played it. And his fucking his playthrough was very fucking funny. I actually enjoyed it. And then, but he missed like plenty jump scares and shit. And I was like, damn, the guy missed every jump scare damn there. He wasn't really afraid. And it was just interesting to see. I know one specific part of the video, he was like, oh hell no, I'm not picking up this note if the enemy is just roaming around me. And I was like, damn, I didn't really like think about that shit. I had placed a note kind of where the enemy walks and spawns at. Who fucking finna sit right there? It just deal with that. So it was very funny. I ain't watched the rest of the video because it's kind of cringy. It's cringy to me. I don't fucking know how, but it cringed me out watching someone else play something I created. And it was like, so I watched like maybe like 10 minutes and then I got off. I honestly feel like I'm gonna conclude this shit. Okay. The first month was very, very fucking depressing. It was like, damn, I put all my time into this, and this isn't getting the feedback I wanted. Okay. And I feel like no matter where you are in this game development journey, it's what it is. It's your time. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's your time and it's people money. So it's like, it's hard to be upset at somebody about their own money. If they choose to refund it, that's up to them. Honestly, if I can redo all this shit, I would never even look at the refund or look at all the stats, maybe until like now. Because seeing the stats now, like I think I'm at like a 30% refund rate. It really don't fucking matter. It really don't. It's your first fucking game. Who the fuck cares? I'm sorry if I'm cussing a lot, y'all. I'm high off coffee right now. But who the fuck cares? Make your game, create it. Somebody's gonna fucking enjoy it, and that's all that matters. And you learned something. And a lot of people was telling me that, and I had to really dig deep within myself and understand that, who the fuck cares, bro? This is my first game. I made it in 7 fucking months. I'm cussing a lot now. I'm gonna calm down a little bit. I made it in 7 months, learned a lot, gained a lot of experience. Whoop-de-doo, move on, okay? So it was that. And then I'm gonna tell you the side parts of just releasing your first game. A lot of people don't. A lot of people who haven't released their first game, they don't think this is possible. But let me tell you, it's like watching your kid grow up and leave the house. It's a great feeling, but then at the same time, it's a little sad. That's how it felt for me. It's like, okay, what's next now? Like, I released my first game. I can keep updating it if I want. But what's actually next? Like, this project has been my project for the last 7 months. I have a ton of ideas, but what do I do about this feeling of like lost? I felt lost after the release. After the release, I can't fucking talk for nothing. After the release of my first game, I felt terribly lost. Put it like that. So after like it's April 14th right now. If y'all get this video today, I still haven't managed to start me another game. And let me rephrase that. I have started like 4 projects, and every time I start a project, I lose interest, or it just seemed too hard for me. And I'm like, wait, I did this before, so why is this still hard to me? But honestly, y'all, after my game released, I started thinking about these higher tier games. Like, I want to make a game with full story, the deep dive animations, and I'm like, you know what? I don't need to do that. I need to make another low scope game with more replayability in a finite, if that's a word, loop. Something that people can play infinitely. You know what I'm saying? It's not really like Asodium. You can't play it infinitely. Once you beat it, I mean, you can restart the game, but there's no goal. There's no purpose. So I've been working I've been working on another game that's just an idea right now. That's pretty much damn near done. That I can pretty much open my Unreal Engine and just get started anytime. And I haven't yet, but I'm thinking about doing that. I'm also thinking about live streaming that shit so everybody else can see me make this game as well. And this game probably is going to take me a less amount of time, but just another small scope idea that I came up with. And it was just like, fuck it, let's just jump into something that's just small in scope, and let's just start back over. That's how I'm feeling. Like I got to start back from the beginning in the basics again, but make something with more replayability. You know what I'm saying? So after your first game, honestly, my best advice is don't even look at the fucking stats. Don't look at the feedback. Don't even care about that shit because it really doesn't matter. It's your first game. It's your first game. Just make a game, get the experience, and move on. And then maybe a month later, 2 months, check the stats. If it did good, there you go. You got to check. You know what I'm saying? Wow, whoop-de-doo. You know what I'm saying? If it don't, oh well, bro. It's not the end of the world. And that's how I felt inside after my game didn't do well. I felt like it was the end of the fucking world, but it wasn't. And I'm still going through that feeling right now. It's like a depression, like that I failed my whole entire life. But I haven't, okay? I haven't. I just needed time to just really just think and sit back and not listen to the feedback and just shut it all off and just keep going. It's game development. You're an indie game developer, bro. Like this shit ain't as easy as people may think it is. When you're developing a game, you're working on UI, sound design. You're working on everybody's job in one. So everything ain't gonna be perfect or perfected or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be some fucked up shit. And I still go in my game. And even when somebody like the guy who played my game, I seen some shit and I'm like, bro, you can look out of the wall and see the whole open void. I'm like, how the fuck did I miss that? So it's like, it's whatever. He didn't even care. He didn't even notice that little shit right there. Some people just extra criticative, if that's a fucking word. Extra critique. They just bring extra critique or whatever the case is. And they overly just analyze every small thing. And some of them haven't even released the game yet. So that just tells you about that person. Don't care. It's whatever. I've learned a lot, y'all. And I'm glad for whoever cared to share in this journey. I know today I'm a little bit extra than my normal videos. I'm cussing a little bit more. My daughter ain't in the room. I'm actually high off coffee right now. And I'm actually in a pretty good, decent vibe. Yesterday, barbecue, my birthday next month. So it's like, I beat the case with the unemployment and shit. So I don't know if you want to call it a case, but I'm just actually in a pretty decent mood right now, y'all. And I'm actually already starting my next game idea. And I hope I can bring this time more dev vlogs and get more of y'all feedback and stuff like that. Just living life right now. And I'm still learning as I go to not care about things so much, just enjoy it. Enjoy the process. You never know. The third, fourth, fifth, sixth game could be the game that, do what they gotta do. I love everybody. Y'all stay safe. If y'all watch this video, I appreciate it. If y'all watch this long, comment, keep going. If y'all watch the video this long, comment, keep going. All right, see y'all.